This is Blind Date Series 5, Show 11, Part 1.
Gentlemen, it's Blind Date, and here is your host, Miss Cilla Black.
Hello and welcome to another little flutter in Love's Lottery. Now, I've got a piece of advice for all you girls sitting out there in the audience. All right, girls?
Yes!
A romance often begins with puppy love. But what happens after that? You get a mouse train. But now let's meet three boys ready to go walkies on Blind Date. And there they are over there. All right, lads? With you, number one. What's your name and where do you come from, Chuck?
Hi, Cilla. My name's Dave from Newcastle.
I know all about you. You're very physical.
Very physical indeed, Cilla. Yeah.
Yes. In fact, that's what you teach, don't you, Dave?
Yes, I'm a physical education teacher.
Do you have any spare time?
I have a little bit of spare time, yes, but not a lot.
And what do you do in that, little spare time that you have?
I do a little bit of socialising, a little bit of travelling, a little bit of lying on the beach on holiday.
A little bit
that kind of stuff.
Well, look at that. He's doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Whereas I do a lot of the other and a lot of that. Dave, enjoy Blind Date. You're very popular with our audience tonight.
Thank you.
Way, hey, hey. Hello, number two. Come on, lad, tell everybody your name and where you come from.
Well, my name's Aidan, and I'm from London.
Another popular chap. Now, Aidan, I know, yes, you're doing that with your... because you are, you're a specialist in hair, aren't you?
Yeah.
Tell everybody what you do.
I actually teach people how to cut hair, like beginners and...
See, they're giggling out there, because I know what they're saying, because I'm thinking the same. Why the heck didn't you do the same for your own, Am I right? Actually, it's beautiful. You've got the kind of hair that you'd like to run the fingers through, really nice.
Maybe.
Well, wish you a lot of luck. What about you, number three, little twinkly eyes? What's your name, where you come from?
My name's Clive and I'm from Sussex.
I know you're not an hairdresser or you're not into physical education, but tell everybody what you do.
Well, I'm actually a manager for a very well-known catering equipment manufacturer.
Do you like cooking yourself?
Well,
What did I say?
I don't have a choice because I've got my own house and live on my own, so I have to do everything for myself, yes.
Maybe not after tonight. She might pick you. You might be the lucky one, all right, Chuck?
Hopefully, yeah.
All right, lads, enjoy tonight's Blind Date. I shall see you in a mo, all right? See you later. Oh, yeah. Well, there they are, three lovely lads hoping for a blind date. And here's the girl who has to pick one. Her name's Michelle, and she's from Suffolk. Come in, Michelle. Michelle. And I know all about you, Michelle, because you've had a lot of jobs, haven't you, sweetheart?
I have.
What are you doing at the minute, though?
I'm a manageress of a boutique
in my hometown.
You've worked in Pontins, haven't you? Blue coat.
Yes.
And you even trained as a nurse, but I mean, oh, you didn't like that. Couldn't cope with that.
Hated it. I kept
Why?
fainting everywhere.
But I believe your first love, really, you'd really rather be a lorry driver, wouldn't you?
Yes, that's true.
Well, we haven't got any lorry drivers on the show for you to choose from tonight. But we've got 3 super lads. And I hope you've got 3 super questions there, Michelle.
I have.
So fire away.
OK. Although my name is Michelle, it is often said that I would be better suited to the name Helga. What name would you choose for yourself? Number 1.
Well. It's a bit of a toughie, that one there, Michelle, but I think probably being a physical education teacher, a lot of people call me Jim. But with you, I'd be ready and I'd be more than willing, so you could call me Abel.
OK, number 2.
Well, I think it'd have to be Yule, but not Yule Brenner.
No, he definitely isn't bald, Michelle.
No, you'll be sorry if you don't pick me, though.
Number 3.
Well, I suppose if you're Helga, I ought to say Hagar the Horrible.
Could you handle me bossing you around?
Well, the thing is, I'm not horrible, and I come from near Hastings, so I'd probably pick his Viking friend, William the Conqueror. Hopefully I'll do some conquering tonight.
Right, my second question. If I'm down in the dumps, all I have to do is sing I Feel Pretty and I'm on top of the world. What song is guaranteed to cheer you up? Number 2.
It'd have to be My Way. To think I've done it all. I've travelled each and every highway, but more, much more than this, I did it my way. Sorry, it started off as Frank, but sort of came out as Sid, yeah.
It came out like Sid Vicious. Look, actually, all I can say, Michelle, he does not look the way he sounds.
Number 1.
Well, Michelle, ma belle, I don't often get depressed, you see, because I'm a very happy-go-lucky kind of person. But sometimes when I'm in the bath, you can hear these kind of tones coming from the bathroom. Although my voice isn't quite as good as number 2.
Oh.
Not quite as good. Happy talking, talking, Talk about things we'd like to do. And I can think of a few things that we could possibly do together. But it's up to you.
That's enough now. Number 3.
Well, Michelle, like number 1, I don't really get down in the dumps, but to perhaps cheer you up tonight and everybody else here, I'd like to do The Laughing Policeman. My way.
OK, now, question number 3. If I were a part of a car, it would be the engine, because I'm full of drive. Which part of a car are you most like? Number 3.
I'm out of breath. I think I would be the steering wheel, because you wouldn't be able to take your hands off me.
Number 2.
Backseat.
Number 1.
Well, think I'd have to go for the seat belt. Because that means... that means that I could wrap myself around you. And even though we may not clunk, I'm sure we'd click every time.
Have you made your mind up yet?
Not yet.
Don't do that very thing, because here's Graham with that ever-ready quick reminder.
Well, Michelle. Will your blind date be dashing number 1, who is ready and willing to be able, especially with you and his seatbelt made for 2? Or will your choice be devil may care number 2, the backseat Romeo who wants to do it his way? Or will the lucky lad be number 3, who'd like to be your steering wheel and guide you in the right direction? His. The decision is yours.
OK, Michelle, you were asking all kinds of advice, which I couldn't give you. I just said they were all lovely. So the choice is really yours. Who are you going to go for?
Number 3.
Was it the old laughing policeman?
Yes, definitely.
The laughing policeman. That clinched it, did it? You are going to be so disappointed in the 2 that you turned down. Wait till you see who you turned down. First of all, you turned down number 1, and that was Dave from Oh, Dave, how could you? What do you think of our Dave?
Very nice.
Too late now, Chuck. You also turned down our Aidan, number 2. Come in, Aidan. What about that hair?
That's nice. What have I done?
What have you done? You've turned down number 1 and number 2. But you did pick your very special blind date this evening. Here he is. He's number 3. It's Clive from Sussex. Come in, Clive. Have you seen those eyes?
They're lovely, aren't they?
Who's going to choose where you're going on a blind?
You choose.
No, you choose.
Oh, I'll choose you.
I hope you're laughing after this. What's it going to be? Abseiling down the North End.
A trip to Mauritius.
Well, you know, that's the jewel in the Indian Ocean. You know that, don't you? Yeah. All we ask for you, I mean, if you can get back and over your jet lag and everything, will you come back next week and tell us all about it?
I'd love to.
I wish you
That's
both...
if we come back.
If you come back, we'll just send her the card, you know. All right. I hope to see you next week anyway. Enjoy yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Michelle and Clive. Mauritius, I'm so jealous. Anyway, last week, Robert picked Sam, and they spent their date in Prague in Czechoslovakia. Welcome back, Robert and Sam. How was Czechoslovakia? Was it all right?
Excellent.
I loved it.
Oh, really? Not an iron curtain between you at the end of the day?
No.
Definitely not.
Shall we find out and see what happens?
I think so.
OK.
If I was to put Sam into one phrase, I would say she was as intriguing as Czechoslovakia was.
I would say the Czechs were
very cool and very reserved, which is quite the opposite to Robert.
Sam physically was voluptuous. She was cuddly, in fact, almost. Not that I got much chance to find out.
Rob said that he liked my hair, he thought it was pretty wild, and he kept playing with it all the time, which really got on my nerves after a while.
She needed a bit of pushing to hold my hand or anything like that, but she would respond once she realised that's what I wanted.
Around Wenceslas Square in Prague, and he insisted on grabbing hold of me and kissing me.
Sam is not the most romantic person in the world, I don't think. She's definitely not girly, and she's not sort of a man's woman. She's more of a sort of man's woman. If she was in Crocodile Dundee, she would be Paul Hogan.
Rob refers to me as a man's woman, which I take as a compliment because I think he means by that I'm a good person to talk to go out with, and there doesn't have to be any physical attraction there. You can get on very well with me without fancying me.
I actually asked her what sort of men she liked, and she likes them rough, so she said. Good Paul Hogan looking like.
I didn't fancy Rob because he's basically not my sort. He's too well-groomed, he's too confident. I prefer them a bit more vulnerable. And I would say he was vulnerable.
She's a wonderful character, she's a wonderful person, and the more you get to know her, the more you like her and the more she grows on you.
Well, it was a bit iffy what you said about each other, wasn't it? I mean, I can't understand it. What is this? A man's
Ask him.
woman. I'm asking him. Come
I
on,
think
Robert.
a man's woman is the sort of woman who can go out in a group of lads and not be intimidated by them and be quite natural in the surrounds.
Yeah.
Sam's definitely that sort of character. She could really go out with anybody and not be intimidated by them.
Now, come on, Sam, answer back to that. Now, why couldn't he get close to you? Because he did say on the film you never ever gave him a chance, although the urge was there.
I don't think I was as cold as he thinks. I don't think I am as cold as he thinks.
You don't?
No.
But
Not
you
really.
said if you wanted it, she would be putty in your hands, more or less.
I don't know about that. So Sam, weren't we, Sam?
Definitely not putty in your hands, no.
What's his best points? Come on.
Well, he's independent, he's intelligent. He hasn't really got any bad points, I wouldn't say.
But you just didn't spark it off on
Not
the
at all,
date.
no. I don't think so, anyway.
No, I could tell. I could tell you don't even look at each. In fact, you're sitting miles away from each Oh, that's just for the telly, I can tell. But you will keep in touch.
Definitely.
Oh, super. Well, you make a lovely couple, even though you didn't really hit it off, but you've been nice about each
Who
other.
knows?
really.
You never know. Maybe the more time we spend together, then maybe something might come of it.
Oh, well,
Maybe
maybe.
Eternal optimist.
Eternal optimist, and you heard it here, folks, on Blind Date. Look, thank you very much for being such great sports. Lovely. Actually, they
Really
make a
enjoyed
lovely
it.
couple, don't they? Yes! Pity that you don't hit it off romantically. Never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert and Sam. Well, we're going to take a break right now, but we'll be back in a mo to find out if the course of true love ran smoothly for Donna and Richard on their date in Craig and Darroch, and to meet the lucky lad who has to choose one of these three lovely girls. So see you in a couple of minutes.
Blind Date Series 5, Show 11, production number 91917, part 2.
Well, someone once says, girls make all the trouble in life. Oh, yes. Well, listen to this, girls. I say, girls make life worth all the trouble. But right now, we're going across to meet 3 lovely girls who are all looking for a man to date, and there they are. Gorgeous. All right, number 1, will you tell everybody your name, Chuck, and where you come from?
Hi, Sheila, I'm Liz. I come from York.
Come on, Liz, what do you do up there in York?
Well, I'm a student. I've just finished my A-levels in biology, chemistry and physics, and I hope to go on to Polytechnic to do applied biology.
Never so clever. Now, you eventually want to be... Oh, it makes me sick just to say this. A pathologist?
Yeah.
You take great joy in cutting up dead things and...
It'll be interesting.
So you want to go into crime, solving crime, yes?
Yeah, work for the civil service, hopefully.
Oh, super. Well, you don't look the type, Chuck. You look too glamorous to do that.
Oh, I am.
I wish you Laura look in your future, all right, Chuck?
Thank you.
Moving on to you, number 2. And I know what you do, but what's your name and where do you come from?
I'm Sally and I'm from Essex.
You're a dancer, you run a dancing school?
Yep, that's right.
How many pupils have you got?
About 160.
From what ages are they?
3-year-olds.
Ah. Can I be a pupil?
Yeah, anytime.
I'm so out of tune. I can't even touch my legs. I can't. No, and I meant legs. Normally people say feet, but I meant legs. Ouch. Moving on to you, number 3. Would you like to tell everybody your name and where you come from?
Hello, Silla. My name's Amber and I'm from Tyne and Weir.
Amber, that's a very, very beautiful name. It really is. Are you named after anybody, any famous person in particular?
No, apparently I was named after a character in the novel Forever Amber. It was my nana's idea.
Oh, isn't that nice? That's a romantic story. It really is nice. What do you do up in Tyne and Weir?
I work for in the telesales department of a marketing firm, and I also do waitressing in a wine bar at the evenings.
Do you meet any unusual people in these wine bars? Do you enjoy that kind of thing?
Yeah, you get to meet a lot of different kinds of people. I've had a couple of guys come in and asking me out for dates, but haven't taken any of them up on it.
Well, if you pick tonight on Blind Date, what are you hoping this guy beyond those screens is going to look like?
Oh, as long as he's tall, dark and handsome and got eyebrows like Tom Selleck, I don't mind.
Well, we can't promise you Tom Selleck eyebrows, but we can promise you a lovely lad. Enjoy Blind Date, all 3 of you, OK? I'll see you in a mo. See you later. Well, there they are, 3 girls with a single thought, and here he is. His name's Steve, and he's from East Anglia. Come in, Steve.
What's up, Steve?
Oh, Steve.
Hello.
Very popular with our audience out there. Tell them all about yourselves. What do you do for a living?
I'm a customs officer, unfortunately.
But you know, I don't know why. I know we're all and all that, because it's because we feel guilty. Why is it that everyone feels guilty when we go through those gates? I mean, even though we've got nothing to declare.
I shake when I come through. I hate it. It's just one of those things where everybody feels guilty.
Mind you, how could anybody walk past you? I mean, I'd really declare everything if you were on there.
We're doing later?
You've got one of those girls later on a blind date. And talking about the girls beyond those screens, have you got super questions to ask them?
I hope so.
Well, fire away.
Right. First question. I am a customs officer. If you were passing through customs and saw me, would you have anything to declare? Number one.
I've got nothing to declare. Why don't you invite me into your little back room and see if I've got the allowed allowances?
Sounds like a rummin'. Number two, please.
Well, of course I'd declare my undying love for you, but if you was to pass me by, I'd most certainly declare war.
Number two.
Control your emotions.
And number three, finally, please.
Well, Steve, I hope I wouldn't have to declare anything, because I'd pretend I was a pop star with legs like Tina Turner, and I'd walk through the customs singing, "Let me say that since you've been together."
Now, what does that do for you?
I didn't say. I think we'll move quickly on there. I don't like to take life too seriously. For example, I am wearing a Thomas the Tank Engine watch.
Oh, no.
In what way does your frivolous side reveal itself? Number two.
Well, I think I can match your watch and be just as silly because I have these huge Mickey Mouse slippers which I do a tap dance in, which goes like this.
Can't see this. You haven't got big ears and whiskers, I hope. OK, number three, please.
Well, I think frivolous is a bit of an understatement, you see. We've got a lot in common because I've got 2 Thomas the Tank Engine tattoos under my tutu, and I'm sure you'd be quite chuffed with me.
Yes. Number one, please.
Well, I've got to agree. You can't beat a good frivol.
What do you class as a frivol?
Well, if I tell you later, it'll guarantee to stop that Thomas the Tank Engine watch.
He's steaming at the moment. And lastly, my ambition is to be a journalist. If you worked on a newspaper, what would you like to do? Number three.
I think I would like to work on the Lonely Hearts column, and my ad would read something like this. 19-year-old would-be journalist seeks a Daily Mail for whopping times together under the sun.
There isn't an answer to that, is there? Number two.
Well, I'd have to be the agony aunt because your problem's so simple to solve. If you take my expert advice and go for the one in the middle.
Number one, please.
Well, I'd have to be chief printer, because I'd always be hot off the press for you.
I've lost the words.
You lost the words? Oh, you lost the choice as well?
I am.
You are.
Can I have all three?
No, you can't have all three. Well, not tonight. No, you can't. Have a listen to our Graham with that quick reminder first.
Well, Steve, will your date be bubbly number one, who says she has nothing to declare, but would like to be your first edition? Or will she be vivacious number two, who set a snare for you, where she's the cheese in her Mickey Mouse slippers doing a trap dance? Or will you choose frothy number three, who thinks you've got a lot in common? You, her lonely heart, and Tina Turner's legs. The decision is yours.
keep us from that suspense. Who are you going to go for?
Number 2.
A
popular choice.
We're all popular. What turned you on to number 2? Tap dancing mouse.
Those whiskers.
Oh, the whiskers.
Have to be.
The whiskers. And now the other 2 that you turned down, they were, just as equally beautiful. You turned down number 3. How could you turn down Amber from Tyne and Weir? Come in, Amber.
I'll leave it there.
You also turned down number 1, and that was Liz from York. Come in, Liz. What about our Liz?
I don't know whether I've done the right thing.
I think you have done the right thing. You've done the very right thing in choosing number 2, and it was Sally from Essex. Come in, Sally. It's all right, I can work with one eye, Sal. I can work with one eye. What do you think? Did you make the right choice?
Yes, I did.
You kept asking, didn't you? Who's going to choose where you're going on your blind date?
No,
you pick. Now you pick.
No, please.
Oh,
please.
Where are you going? Fingers crossed, hopes are nice. But they're going to Mauritius in the first half, you know. Where are you going?
Trip to Tunisia.
Okay, so. Before, Chuck. Have you?
No.
Oh, it's an action-packed day out, this is. I mean, you're going to go camel riding. Yes, but a real-life camel. And visit all the souks over there, you know, bargain in the souk markets. It'll be a fabulous day out. In fact, I've never been to Tunisia. You might have an extra partner. All we ask is for you to come back next week and tell us all about it. Will you do that, Chuck?
Yeah, of course.
I look forward to seeing you both. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve and Sally. See you next week.
Blind Date Series 5, Show 11, production number 91917, Part 3.
Dates, Mauritius and Tunisia. Anyway, our other couple from last week were Donna and Richard, whose date took them to Craig and Darragh in Scotland.
This is the beauty. Oh, these are the looks. All right, off we go.
I'm coming. I'm coming now.
Good match?
Yes, I'm living 60 again.
Right.
Welcome back, Donna and Richard. Well, you looked as if you were having a high old time up there in the Highlands. I mean, what was it like at the end of the day, though? Don't tell us now. What?
It was all kind of news still.
All kind of news.
Right.
Well, we'll find out the news. Have a look over here.
When we were on the plane, the minute we got on there, Richard started looking at the air hostess walking by and going at them. But the young was best looking. And then I was sitting next to him, and I'd see the back of his neck because he was like this. And then he'd be out like this. The other end.
On the plane, I began to tease Donna a little bit by actually eyeing up the air hostesses and giving them a little bit of a wink here and there. But she didn't seem to mind too much.
As soon as he'd gone like that at the stewardess and his neck had craned all the way up and down the plane, I thought, I know what the date's going to be like as of from now.
I realised at the beginning of the date that there wasn't going to be any romance, so I didn't try and get too close.
We were out on the lock, and I was out on the end of the boat, and Richard was in the middle, and he said to me, "Come here." And I said, "No." And he said, "Come here." And I said,
We did actually have one kiss on the lips. I think that was about the only one for the whole of the date.
And he did try and kiss me a couple of times, and because I blew him out, he said that I didn't want to kiss him because I'd enjoy it so much I'd want more.
When we was actually sitting eating dinner in the evening, I think I cracked a couple of jokes and she actually starts laughing, and Donna's one of the girls that's got about 7 different laughs, and she laughs very loud, and it's a bit embarrassing because it causes a lot of attention.
And as we were sitting eating, Richard had a mouthful of food, and he mumbles and talks in between, and an attractive woman in a tracksuit went past, and he went like this. And I didn't really want to see his food in his mouth like that.
Donna's got a couple of little habits she does. Actually, twitches her nose like that, which is quite cute, really, in a way. It's quite nice.
Continually throughout the day, if I was sat anywhere and Richard got up, he'd walk somewhere, I'd talk whatever, and he'd walk like this. Everywhere he went, and his legs were sticking out, and his shoulders would swing, and always hands in pocket, always smoking, always chewing gum, so he was...
I don't think she really thought I was a pose, actually. She didn't really get a chance to sort of get to know me that well.
I liked Richard, and Richard liked himself. He is quite good fun. He doesn't get boring, and he doesn't slow down. He'll try anything, and he's always there first, and he'll talk to anybody.
Yeah, I found Donna as a whole sort of a bit of a tomboy, really. I got the impression that she was like one of the lads, you know, you could sort of go out for a few pints of her rather than taking her out for a meal, you know.
I think he's on level with people like Bros, where he'd get a lot of really young girls really fancying. And I don't know so much about any older women fancying him. He'd be a gorgeous toy boy to take out, but he is a bit silly.
Some of the things I found irritating about Donna, that she didn't take things too serious. She was very, she did everything very light-hearted. She didn't really take anything seriously. I think she's very, very young.
When I was about 16, I would have thought Richard was the bee's knees, but I'm not very old now, but I'm a bit maturer, and I go for nice boys who I can go on a date anywhere with and who my mum and dad would like.
Well, actually, it looked a fabulous place up there in Craig and Darroch. I mean, the weather was good for you both.
Yep.
And both of you had a great time, really. But how could you, Richard, from the day off? All right, you said you were having a little bit of fun on the plane. I believe you, but she doesn't. But you were flirting with all those hostesses on the plane.
Yeah, and they were nice girls.
Could you, when Donna was at your side? I mean, all she saw was the back of your head.
Well, she got her own back later on, you see, with this little boy in the pool, this little Kevin. I think he was about 3.
Kevin?
Yeah, I played seahorses with Kevin, and Richard scowled and walked off.
Oh, really? What was Kevin like? And, Richard, you describe him before I ask you, Donna. What did he look like?
He was about 2.5, 3 years old.
Oh. You ran off? You played with a little toddler in the pool?
So, and then, yeah, at the end, I said, Kevin, I've got to go now. And he said, why are you going? I said, oh, my day's finished, I'm going. And he said, come back another day.
I was in there, not with him, but I was in with Kev.
I mean, why weren't you in with Richard? I mean, why weren't you his type? I mean, he described you as a bit of a tomboy. He'd like to take you to, you know, one of the lads.
I'd like to go out for a meal. I like going out for meals, but I don't mind going out with the boys, as long as there's loads of them. Safety in numbers.
Mind you, you did put her off, you know. She'd still like to go out with you for a meal, but you did put her off in the restaurant yet again, Richard.
Yeah,
eyeing up a girl, you know, with your gobful. You get annoyed, I mean, at all this. I mean, I would be a little bit
She's actually
upset.
just making it up, I think, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I'm not making it up. I'm not.
I mean, what do they all have that our Donna didn't?
Height.
I'm short, but I mean, I do find her very, very attractive. I mean, she's got great hair. I'd love to have done it, but...
He was too busy putting gel on his, that's why.
Donna, you know, our Richard, he's really quite sweet about you, and you're setting him up rotten. I mean, really. I mean, do you blame him eyeing up all the other girls after what you've said about him?
Oh, no, I said, Richard, do you have to? And he said, I can't help it. You can't help looking at women.
You can't help, but what have you got to say about that?
What can he say?
Well, Richard, I mean, you know, you're a very beautiful-looking guy, and Donna, as you say, is very attractive too, very beautiful too. Are you ever going to see each other again? Are you going to get your hands on a barnet or what?
I've said to her that she's welcome to come down and stay with me in Bristol anytime she wants to. So I think the ball's in your court.
I'm going to take all my friends up, though. 10 of us stay at his house, but his mum and dad won't mind.
That's fine.
Really nice girls.
Well, wouldn't you like to... You said at the end of the film there that you'd like to meet a boy who you could take home to your mum and dad. Now, Richard, fine figure of a man, wouldn't you take him home to meet your mum and dad?
No, because we're all like pixies and dwarfs in our family. He's too tall, he'd scare them all.
Well, I think she's a lovely girl, and I think you're a lovely fella. It's a pity that you didn't get on romantically, but you both enjoyed the date, yes?
Yes, lovely. I'd like to say hello and thank you to everybody who looked after us at Craig and Dow and up in Scotland. It was absolutely beautiful and lovely.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah, it was lovely up there.
Well, you've been great sports. Thanks for coming on Blind Date. Ladies and gentlemen, Donna and Richard. But we will be back next week to hear how Michelle and Clive and Steve and Sally enjoyed each other's company. And, of course, we'll have some more blind dates. So until then, ta-ra then! Ta-ra!